Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name, as always, is Bloodstained Wings, and today we're going to do a gouache painting. This is a chickadee. There'll be a much better, less blown out picture of it as we paint, and it didn't take me that long to do actually, as most of this bird is in fact white, but I had a lot of fun painting it, and the whole thing is not going to be skipped through like recent paintings have been. We have a whole painting session for you. Now, unfortunately, even if you do love this painting, it is not going to be for sale. This is a birthday present for one of my nephews. But if you would like to paint along or feel inspired, please feel free to do so. Keep in mind, this once again is not a tutorial. I am not an expert on gouache. I am making this up as I go. But I think this one turned out pretty good, so I'm excited to share the process with you. Hello, everyone, and thank you for waiting, and thank you for joining. Here we have a delightful painting of a chickadee that we are going to be working on. This is once again a painting for my nephews, so it is not available for purchase, so sorry. I'm just trying to make like a nice cream kind of color, and that's going to go in here. Like so. We're going to start with the light colors and move towards the dark colors. That is my plan, because it's good to have a plan. Okay, and now we need a little bit more brown to it. Okay, now we're just going to fill in this part here. Yes, okay. The silence of me not saying anything and not doing anything is deafening. So sorry about that. There we go. This little brown color for these tail bits. All right, good. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We now need, I'm gonna actually save the black for last. I'm gonna go more into the brown and do the stick. That's my plan. My plan is to do the stick. But how are you guys? How's it going? I hope things are going well for you. It's been a busy spring for me, I'll tell you that much. Looking forward to the summer though. Got some exciting paintings for you coming up. I'm always excited about paintings. That is just a true fact. There we go. I'm actually painting this on Good Friday. I don't know what that means for anybody, but that is what is happening. I was actually meaning to paint this many weeks ago. But you know, life happens, and by life I mean work happens, and I kind of didn't have time to paint it. So we're painting it now, and I think it's going really well. Is this going to be a speed painting and therefore nothing I am saying matters? Very possibly. Okay. Blend that out, because that ended up being very much not the color I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I touched a little bit of black. My palette is not exactly the most pristine. These colors have blended into each other. It's possible I should have like an actual like gouache paint palette. Akin to the ones that like Sarah Byrne Studio, for example, has. God, if you don't know Sarah Byrne Studio, by the way, you should definitely check out her art. It's amazing. Yeah. I have nowhere near that skills. If you're looking for the good skills, look no further than Sarah Byrne Studio, because wow, her stuff is amazing. And you will definitely enjoy it if you find it. So it's really not that hard to find either, so highly recommend seeking it out. There we go. Little lines. Like make it look more tree-like, you know? Yeah, tree lines. Very subtle over there. Okay. So there's that color done. Great. What's next? Some stars. Some pretty colors. Let's jump into the yellow. Let's clean our brush a little bit before we jump into the yellow, because we don't want brown yellow. We want yellow yellow. Right? Right. And paint a cute little yellow star. Right. Actually, now that I've got this like all here, I kind of want to make it autumnal. For absolutely no reason. I am missing autumn, and I would like this to be autumnal just because I like autumn. But that makes no sense. None whatsoever. Because it's definitely spring, and it's supposed to be a painting in spring, so you'd think more like of the greens and the pastels and stuff, but no. No, I want autumnal. Do you guys ever have that where you're supposed to be in spring or you're supposed to be in fall and you're just feeling the other season just for no reason? I mean, I always want it to be autumn, so that's kind of not fair. I love autumn. Autumn is by far my favorite season. I love everything about autumn. It's the perfect temperature, there's less bugs, the air smells wonderful. Like there's just wonderfulness that happens in autumn that I appreciate significantly. I mean, spring's nice. It's got good temperatures. And you know, the like flowers are all blooming and stuff. But like all the good food is available in autumn. You know, like it's just There's just so much to love about autumn. Do you guys have a favorite season? I'm gonna put this star right here. And I put it over here as well. Why am I adding things to make it more difficult for myself? I don't know, but I wanted to do that. Okay, switch to green. Yeah, before we get into the black, I'm just trying to do everything I can that's not black first. Because the black's gonna be pretty hard to get out of my brush. So we're gonna jump into the green. I also feel like because it's a chickadee, it should be winter. Because chickadees are more like wintry birds, but no. I don't always think things through when I decide to do a painting and then months later actually paint it. Things happen in the interim between me having idea for painting and me having time to do painting. Things definitely change in the meantime there, so. Color. The good news is that this is feeling very springtime, which is good because it is springtime outside. So despite me wanting to do autumnal, we are achieving spring, which is good. Fresh green leaves. And pollen in the air. The yellow and green really help to like give it that spring vibe. I just now realized there's another branch down here that I didn't paint, so that's hilarious. Go me for neglecting an entire branch. How did I not see that? I don't know. I definitely didn't, though. You may notice that the chickadee is hanging upside down. That is on purpose. That is intentional. It is hanging upside down. I thought it was a really cute pose of a chickadee just hanging out upside down. And I was like, aw, damn, that's really funny and cute. And I thought my nephew would really enjoy that. Because it's funny. Okay, we got a few more leaves to paint. And then, after we finish our leaves, then we can decide if we want to paint the background or if we want to leave it white. In my reference image, it's a yellow color. It is like a really soft yellow. But I don't know if I like it. Ow, that was my knee. I don't know if you guys heard that. but my knee just did a snap, crackle, pop in a way that would make the Rice Krispie guys happy. There we go. Leaf. Alright, and now we need a slightly darker leaf. Otherwise it's not going to be visible against this leaf here. So I'm going to get a little bit darker of a leaf going on over here. Whee. Progress. Getting this leaf all filled in so that it can be a cute, adorable leaf. There we go. We now have a cute leaf. I think I'm going to add a little bit of that darker green color as little spots. And then that way I'll feel less bad about not filling in the background. So I think if I just do enough little dots, that it'll be like fun. Let's not touch our painting. Ooh. There we go. Another one. Oh, let's put the one in the star. Star. Yeah, apparently that little dot is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, wow. I did not intend for that to be as big as it is, but there we go. That spot be had. And then there's some spots in this star here. Just gonna add those in. I think I'll add one more over here and one more over here. Yeah, and one more over here. So we got some spots to give it some like pollen. I think it is achieving pollen as well, so I think that that's good. I go back into the brown and it's going to be a little bit green now, and that's okay. Ooh, it's very dark. Oh, I did not intend for it to be that dark. There we go. Draw ourselves another branch. Branch. Just gonna clean my brush a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm gonna grab some of this green and try to like blend that together. Yeah, so it looks like the leaf is just like coming out. There we go. All right. Is she scared of going into the black and messing this whole thing up? Yes. But is she gonna do it anyways? Also yes. Here we go. Let's do it. I wanted to do little spots. Okay, here we go. Doing the head. Very, very, very scarily. Okay, doing great so far. Doing great so far. I'm hoping for it to be like slightly less black than the dots I already got on here, but I don't think that's happening. I think it's the same level of blackness, but we're gonna try to like water it down. And then hopefully by watering it down, it'll be the right level of blackness. Just gotta spread it evenly. We'll see when it dries to see if it's visible at all, and hopefully it is. Wow, okay, well that was great. Okay. Good. Good. I might just see about, just wetting it and trying to like lift a little. Yeah, lift. Like, I want it dark, but I don't want it, like, the blackest of black. Oh, geez. Well, now there is a bunch of spray on it, and actually it kind of looks cool, so I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to try to fix that. Looks neat. Okay, you can kind of almost see the eyes, which is great. Which is great. All right, we're gonna try to get some of that browny white kind of gray kind of white kind of color. And then mix some yellow in with it. So we can do some spots here. I should have done this before I did the black, but you know, not always thinking the most thinkiest thinkies here. There we go. Hopefully it looks like a chickadee. So that's my goal, is to make it look like a chickadee. That looks a little better. Yeah. Like that. Whew. I think we're making progress at the very least, so there's that. I need to look at more reference of chickadee tail feathers, but I'm pretty sure that all of the like decorations is on the other side of the chickadee and not on this side, which is the underside, because we're facing upside down. I'm kind of on purpose not following the circle perfectly, trying to like make it look a little bit more floofy. To give some shape, to some dimension, some floof. So I'm trying anyways. A little bit of shading around the feetsies. Again, so it looks like coming out of there. I kind of want to give it the star butt, but I feel like that's aggressive, so I'm not going to, but I kind of want to. Am I having fun just making little dots? Yes. Why, yes, I am in fact having fun making dots. There we go. Some lines in our branches here, and then, or in our branches, in our leaves. They are leaves. There we go. Leaves with branches, branches and leaves. Alright, and then I'm going to do something a little bit crazy, because I'm going to hopefully use some silver. Hopefully use some silver. Yeah. There we go. I think maybe. It's super not working. Let's see if I have another one. There we go. Just to highlight underneath the eyes. And I'm also going to give a little bit of shape to the eyes so that we have some eyes going on over here. There. Now you can see the eyes. Yay! Actually, maybe we should do the same thing to the beak so that you can see the beak. Beak! I feel like that was a huge mistake and I hate it, so I'm gonna actually go over that with marker. Yep. Just gonna remove that a little bit right there. Looking much better now. Alright, I actually really like this. I think it turned out really sweet. Chickadees are some of my favorite birds. If you want some facts about chickadees, please feel free to look it up. I know last time I did a voiceover and so I did have some facts that I could look up, but chickadees are actually a North American bird that are found very, very close to me, in fact, and they don't leave for the winter. They stay around for the winter. They're one of those birds that just stays, which is pretty cool because there aren't a lot of birds that stay for the winter, but the chickadee is one of them. And they're actually a type of tit, and yes, that is a bird type tit, not anything else that you may be thinking. And I'm very pleased with how that turned out. It looks really cute. It's very springy. Well, thank you guys so much, and I hope you remember that you are loved, you deserve to be loved, and I will catch you guys next month. Bye!